You guys just can't get enough of it, can you? Uh, you've been asking me for a Valorheart video. Now, I'm not an expert on the subject, I'm not a duelist, I'm just an invader. But it is a weapon I enjoy, and I know it is mainly a 1v1 weapon, but I'm having a lot of success with it in ganks. Right now we're gonna focus on 1v1 and the qualities of this weapon. No pun intended, you know, because it's a quality weapon. Anyway, first thing I want to talk about is the comeback potential. Look at my health. When Valorheart for me is working best when I'm below 50% of my health, because it makes them very aggressive. And when your enemy is very aggressive is when the Valorheart shines the most. You saw right here, because it can block the first attack from your opponent and then start your counter attack, which can vary from 600 to 900 damage. This opponent, she's a very good player. She's kicked my ass multiple times, even with the Valorheart. This is just a fight club that I was in, and she was my first opponent in this fight club, and I was lucky enough to catch her off guard sometimes and beat her. When you have the Valorheart, you don't have to be afraid of an ultra weapon. The only weapons that make me scared, like, see, he didn't even break my guard. The only weapons that make me scared are the great swords and the curved great swords. Here I try to drop a rope bomb so I can break their poison roll catch them, but I forgot that they're holding an ultra. But did you see that rally? Did you see the comeback? This is the best thing this weapon has. It can go from 0 to 100 in a matter of seconds. Why I use this weapon? First of all, it's unique. It's not your generic straight sword, you know. And second of all, its potential of blocking attacks. It's mainly a reactive weapon. You have to expect when your opponent is gonna attack, but you can also bait them in. If you do the weapon art, the lion roar, they can come running into you and then you can attack them. But anyway, like I said, the only weapons that I'm having problem against the Valorheart are the great swords and the curved great swords, and that's because they, first of all, yeah, they consume a lot of stamina, right? But the problem is that when it comes to great swords and curved great swords, that when I'm trying to react R1 on them, because you have to react R1 on these weapons if you wanna have some success. So you block the attack and then you hit between their upper armor. Most of the times it doesn't work because oh my god, that rally. Most of the times it doesn't work because not only I will not catch them between their upper armor due to latency or because a miscalculation by my side, but because they put me in a block animation. My R1 doesn't come out quickly enough, and they put me in a block animation. So I'm having a lot of trouble with great swords and curved great swords. I'm almost never fighting them with Valorheart. Plus, another plus this weapon has is that it makes your opponents very salty, and they drink Estus in a duel. This fucking loser. Alright, let's see what's next. Alright, yeah. Katanas. Katanas are no match for Valorheart. Valorheart is a katana killer. Seriously, it's a katana and spear killer, this weapon, and halberd killer. Depends if depends on the halberd. Having a bit of trouble with a split leaf, but with no other halberd. All right. When it comes to katanas, you simply react the R1. See? You simply react the R1. The katanas don't do enough stamina block damage, so it's not a problem. See the reaction R1? Actually, it was an anticipation R1, but you get the gist of it. Now he's on to me. He's trying to play passively to draw me in, but right now you first saw me blocking, but I wasn't blocking. I was literally spamming R1. I was in my block frames. That's what happens with greatswords and curved greatswords. They catch you in your block frames, and one R1 from a greatsword or a curved greatsword drains out 70% of your stamina, because you're pressing R1 at the time. It's not a simple block. It's a block attack, you know, like the rapiers do with shields. So that's my problem with greatswords. But with katana, you saw I tanked the first attack. With straight swords, I have to tank 2 attacks. They're faster than katanas. But with katanas, I need only tank the first R1. Oh my god, this guy, the parry spammer. Oh yeah, the other thing that's a Valorheart killer besides greatswords and curved greatswords is latency. Valorheart depends a lot on latency. If I'm sorry guys, if you have your timing down right and you tank the first R1 of a straight sword and you R1 on them, supposedly with 0 latency, you interrupt them and they never bring out their second R1. But when you have latency, they bring out your second R1, and because you have a straight sword too, you don't have any hyper armor and the battle is reset. So when there's latency, Valorheart doesn't work so well. One thing to counter that is to use the Lion Roar, because if the Lion Roar lands on your opponent, it guarantees you 1 R1 after that. And if you're proficient enough, you can do a roll catch R2. Like, see? This is due to latency. This isn't supposed to happen because oh, he didn't trust his parry. This wasn't supposed to happen because my Lion Roar was supposed to stun him, but due to latency, the Valorheart can be very difficult to manage when it comes to latency. So yeah, ultras, like I said, I'm not afraid of ultras. I'm not afraid, not because I can outspace them or because I have a shield and a straight sword, because this isn't a shield and a straight sword. This is a great sword with no hyper armor. That's what this weapon is. Actually, this is a great sword with stupid hyper armor. You see the block? I was doing R1, I wasn't blocking. That's why I lost a lot of stamina. So yeah, if you think of this weapon as a straight sword, you're gonna have some trouble. You have to think of it as a problematic greatsword. At least that's what it is in my books. Plus, your jumping attack, your forward R2, isn't a jumping attack. It's a normal attack. Like in other weapons, some weapons have R1, R2, you know. The jumping R2, you have to treat it like a normal attack and use it a lot, because this is a normal attack. This isn't any jumping attack. It's blocking all the way. It cannot be guard broken, and it can roll cuts like hell. So what else is there to cover? Oh yeah, one problem that a lot of people have with Valorheart is the stamina management. I used to have a problem with the stamina management with this weapon a lot, but after I realized, nice roll cuts. I love the roll catching capability. After I realized how the Valorheart works, I didn't have any problem with stamina. So how does it work? The weapon works in bursts. So it's a kind of a blitzkrieg weapon. Like you run in, you have a burst of attacks, and then you go back. That's the only thing that it does. See the stamina damage from the scythe? Scythes also do a lot of stamina damage, but they don't have hyper armor, so they can't be a problem to you. Unless there's latency, and even when there's latency, they're slower than straight swords, so you don't have any problem. But be careful of the stamina damage of scythes, and generally weapons that have shield bypass. So when it comes to stamina management, you have to have a rule of thumb. And my rule of thumb is that now I know the matchup and I know that I won't have any problem with this katana. That's why I become aggressive. The rule of thumb when it comes to Valorheart is to never engage unless you're 90% of your stamina. You have to have 90% of your stamina. If you don't have 90% of your stamina and you do one R1, you're gonna get your shit pushed in. So what you have to do is either jump attack or the lion roar if you don't have any stamina. So yeah. Oh my god, I hate parry spammers. You're gonna get a lot of parry spammers with Valorheart. They're gonna be passive. They're gonna walk back, and then just parry spam. And the latency. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm getting annoyed by watching this. Yeah. Anyway, you have to have the rule of thumb for when it comes to stamina, because if you're less than 90%, you're gonna have a lot of trouble with this weapon. You're probably gonna queue 2 R1s, because this is what happens after you play a lot with Valorheart. You understand when it's gonna be a true combo, but it's not always the case. So when you queue 2 R1s, and if you're unlucky enough to play against the greatsword and stay in the block animation, like your hyper armor animation doesn't get to come out, you're in your first frames of the attack, you're only gonna get the block animation. Like I told you a couple of times before in this video, I was in the block animation, but I was just pressing R1. So if you're stuck in the block animation and you just press 2 times R1, the game is gonna wait and try to bring you out of the R1. It has 1.5 second queue memory, like the buttons you press. So if your enemy is gonna press another R1 between your block frames, if you're only in block, nice counter damage, if you see, the R1 guaranteed after the lion roar and the low cuts. So if you don't have to spam, because if your opponent catches you in block frames, you're gonna have a bad time. Okay, this is all I want to show you guys. If I come with anything else, I'll catch you.